Vindication by Louetta Jensen. Fade in. Super, 3 years later. Interior office, Vandenberg Anthropology Foundation, day. Justin Caro's dark hair has turned to silver. Grant Vickers, 60, director of the Vandenberg Anthropology Foundation, is balding and disheveled.
Justin, none of us have choices here. Vandenberg's passing has been piss-poor timing, and everyone is shocked the old bastard left us nothing in his will.
Grant Vickers peers over the top of his reading glasses at Justin.
We're unable to procure funds from any source. Listen to the news, for heaven's sake. There's no money out there to pass around.
We've experienced lean times before.
Grant rises from his chair. His severely creased clothing looks like he's slept in them for numerous days. Yet his bloodshot eyes belie no sleep whatsoever.
You're too busy to notice. Busy holding a grudge. You're dodging suspicions pointing at y'all and playing detective after Todd's death. All of that while the Kendall brothers resumed excavations at the site of the accident.
It was no accident.
Call it what you will. But since then, the Kendall brothers have brought the foundation respect and much needed funding. So Justin, what have y'all done for us lately?
Justin is clearly humbled by the question.
It's been 3 long years since Todd McKenna was killed. Nothing will ever change that. It's time to move on with your own life.
That's not going to happen until I uncover the truth and the identity of who killed my friend. I need this more than I need air to breathe.
Regardless, you can't refuse this offer.
Why? No. Let me answer for you. Everyone else thinks I'm responsible for Todd's death. No one else wants to give me the chance to prove otherwise, and that monkey rides my back every freaking day and night.
No doubt about it. I had to talk real fast. The board members were not in favor of keeping y'all around for another failure.
Let me venture a guess. There's only room for the Kendall brothers to shine.
Something like that. You have to admit, they've been convincing.
I admit and agree to nothing.
Grant groans like an overloaded washing machine.
Here it is, Justin, straight as I know how. The board members are looking to the Kendall brothers for a much-needed miracle. Even so, the foundation folds. We all lose our jobs. The Kendall brothers are smart enough to figure that out.
It's a sobering fact.
Precisely. I suggest you grab this opportunity while I can still offer it to y'all. I'll hire an assistant for you to sweeten the deal. What do you think?
Justin appears heavy in thought.
You never asked me what happened with those broken shards of that exquisite urn y'all found 3 years ago.
Grant is suddenly smiling.
Those pieces, however small, were enough to tie in directly with a recent find, also in Washington State. Think helmeted barbarians, and think lords of the majestic seas.
Spit it out, Vickers.
Enough evidence to confirm 12th century Scandinavian associations. Incredible, isn't that?
Grant pauses for a moment.
Of course, some folks would call this a long shot, a mere ghost of a chance, but that never held you back before.
Justin rises from his chair and looks over to the door.
I know this is something that's always been near and dear to your heart. The first evidence of Viking inhabitants ever to...
Grant stops, fishes through a stack of papers on his desk, and retrieves a large sealed manila envelope.
My secretary assures me it's all here in the project instructions.
Justin accepts the envelope handed him, but before Grant releases his hold on the envelope, he whispers.
Last chance for redemption to prove y'all innocent.
Justin scans the first few pages of the project details.
Damn it to hell, Vickers.
For every bit of good news, there's always some bad, don't you think?
Could it be any worse, for God's sake?
Well, perhaps not.
Justin grins for the first time during the entire meeting.
You really should have told me the bad news at the beginning. I consider it a deciding factor.
Then, y'all do it?
Yes, absolutely. It'll be like old times. Breaking ground on a project site, up to my ass and elbows in mud. No nonsense deadline hanging over my head. Penny pinching budget. No decent archeologist could ever work around.
Justin now smiles brightly.
And of course, there's the really bad news. I'll be working alongside my old buddies, the Kendall brothers. You know, up close and personal.